This is the series where I give you the best Rocket League Pro settings, and if this video helps you, give this a video a thumbs up and comment down below what pro I should do next. I'm going to be showing you Daniel's settings in this video, and starting off with gameplay, these are my settings, these aren't his, as I couldn't find them, but if any of these gameplay settings are different to yours, maybe give them a go, as you may as well. Then the camera, he's got his field of view at 110, he's got his distance at 270, he's got his height at 100, he's got his angle at -3, he's got his stiffness at 0.35, he's got his swivel speed at 4.7, and he's got his transition speed at 1.2, and I couldn't find the demo transition time or inverted swivel, so I've just kept these at default for this video. I personally always have inverted swivel on, as I do freestyle, and this helps my flip resets and air dribbles where the camera's on top of the car and it moves around a lot better. But this doesn't really matter for you, as you're probably doing competitive if you're watching this video. But to explain a few of these settings, distance 270 is to see more of the field, as freestylers normally have 250 and you can't see that much of the field. Then height at 100, this really puts your camera in line with the car, where 110 might be a bit higher. I think this helps a lot with ground freestyle, ground plays like flicks, like dribbling, and really helps being in line with the car. This includes your angle at -3 as well. This really makes the camera in line with the ball and car, and it just in general, it helps your ground play a lot in my opinion. So I would really recommend having height and angle at these settings. Then the stiffness, he's got 0.35. The higher up the stiffness, the more locked on your camera is to your car and ball. When you're boosting, it doesn't really move. But when your stiffness is lower, when you're boosting, the camera more moves away from your car and ball. And it's just a lot more free. I personally prefer a higher stiffness, but obviously Daniel prefers a lower one. Then swivel speed and transition speed, this doesn't matter too much. Just keep them lower around this and that's perfectly fine. Then as I said, these bottom two are defaults, as I've not really looked into them, as I don't think they matter that much. Then the controls, he's got circle dead zone shape, if you're a Steam user. Then he uses power slide on R1. He uses air roll on R1 as well. And he uses arrow left on L1. I would also recommend having arrow right as well binded, but he does have normal arrow on R1, but I always have both there just in case. Then he's got his boost, jump, ball cam, brake and throttle all on default settings. So R2 for drive forward, L2 for drive backwards. Then his boost on circle or B, his jump on cross or A, and his ball cam on triangle, and I've forgotten what that is on Xbox, I think it's Y. But now for his steering sense, both of these are 1.3. These are quite low, these are lower than I would imagine. But the lower down your sensitivity is, the better it is for air dribbles, and the higher up it is, the better for flip resets and musty flicks. But I would always have it around 2.5. Controller dead zone, you want this at 0.05. This is a difficult one, as actually I'll show you a demonstration after I show you the dodge dead zone, as 0.05 is probably not good for you, but I'll explain why. Then dodge dead zone, he has this at 0.7. So you want your dead zone to be good enough where you can just drive forwards in a straight line. So for example, find a straight line here. Like 0.05 for me, it won't work, as I don't drive in a straight line. I tilt off to the side a bit. Where if I change this to 0.09, I'm driving in a straight line now, I'm not swerving off to the right. And you want the lowest setting where you're not swerving off to the right. And for majority of people, I think 0.05, you would swerve off to the right. It's not that bad, you can't see it too much. But if I did like a longer line, you would see it slowly start swerving off. And for most people's controllers, this is not good. So just find the setting, for me it's 0.9, where you just don't swerve off to the right. And that's all of his settings. If you found this helpful, give it a like and comment down below what pro I should make a video on next. And I'll show you all of my interface, video, audio and chat settings now. So now for the interface settings. I've shown you the camera and control settings. All of those are the pros players settings. But from interface onwards, it's my settings, and it's ones that I think are the best settings, as I couldn't find any details or anything online to get these pro settings from interface onwards. But carry on with the video, because there's a few important settings in these. So the first important setting I would change is the nameplate scale. It's originally at 100%, but I think it's pretty important for you to put it up to 120%. I actually got this off watching Rizzo's video, and he said that he puts it up to 120%, and I do feel like it actually makes a difference in comp. It makes you see your opponents easier, it's just all around better for comp in my opinion. So I would give it a go putting it up to 120%, as I feel like it actually does make a difference. Nameplate modes, default, match notifications, I think it has all when you start the game. So if you're new to the game, I would put this up on time updates only. It does make the screen a lot less cluttered, and it's just a lot better in my opinion for just playing in general. It makes the experience a lot better. And I think this is turned on originally. If you're new to the game, make sure to turn that off. And team colored boost meter, if you've seen people play on like TikTok or YouTube or stuff like that, some of the time their boost meter is a bit different colour. A lot of people ask me, why is it that colour, or how do you make it that colour? And I see a lot of comments on other people's videos saying, how is it that colour? And that's because this is normally turned off and you want to turn that on. I feel like that actually makes the game look a lot better in my opinion. So make sure to turn that on, as that actually does make the game look really cool. And everything else in here is just default. So now on video settings, everything's on performance. Having everything on performance does make it look a lot better in my opinion. You might see some of the pros have like high quality, performance, quality or whatever. But I feel like most of the time, if anyone's got those settings on, it's to make their game look better for you to watch it, if you know what I mean. So when they're playing by themselves, they might have everything on performance, but when they're recording their videos or they're live streaming, they have it on quality to make their game just look better for the audience. So I feel like just keep it on performance. If your computer's really good, maybe change a few settings to see what you can get away with. But I feel like it's more important for your game to run smoothly than look better. So make sure to keep it the basic settings, and after you've kind of got your PC working well, then make the settings a bit higher up. And obviously this is high quality, otherwise your game is just going to look rubbish. Now I'd have master volume up and I'd have gameplay volume up. I don't really see any point of having these ones on as well. But I'm just a player that just plays without audio. I mainly do freestyle, so I don't think it's necessary to have audio. But for comp, it's actually pretty important to have audio on, so make sure your master volume stays up. Actually, I'll leave it here for now for you. Actually, no, I won't. It's like... But there's nothing else in this settings that are not default. So now for chat, I would also change this to teammates only a lot of the time, as there's not actually any point speaking to the other team really, and it just makes everything get toxic. So just keep it on teammates only, and everything's just default here. Nothing's different at all except from these two up here. These are different. And now for the quick chat, this is my quick chat, but it doesn't really matter too much. Just do whatever you want. I never use quick chat, but this is my ones if you're wondering. And now I'm going to show you a few of my presets. I actually think that the preset on your car does actually matter and depends how you play. For example, if I'm playing with one like this, I might not play as well as if I play with this one. So I've just got a few like paint finishes for you to try. I always play better with metallic pearl or exo. I don't know why, but I just always play better with exo or metallic pearl. So I'd give it a go. And if you pick metallic pearl or exo, I'd always pick black as the secondary and also pick quite a dark colour for the primary. I just always play a lot better like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's placebo or what it is, but I would give it a go yourself. Then for the boost, I always use black standard. I always think black standard's the best just in general play. I mean, obviously, I feel like if you had one like this, you just wouldn't play as well. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or whatever, but I would give it a go yourself and try it out. Then also for the trail, I always find myself playing better with just a normal classic black. Or you can use light speed black as well. That one looks pretty good. So I think just the more basic your car is, the better your play. I really do think that. So I'd just mess around with these different decals and stuff as well and see what you best play with and just give it a go. And that's everything for this video. So make sure to sub as I'm trying to hit 10k subs and it's going to help me a lot if you sub, as every sub matters. Hit the like button as I'm trying to hit 40 likes in this video. And also YouTube recommended you one of these videos, so make sure you go and watch those videos.